All right, everybody, we are here with head coach Courtney Shute, Pascal De Buren, and Catherine Fernando-Pole, and Elsa Schutt of the Tufts University women's lacrosse team. We've got a quartet here today. We'd like to start with you, Coach. Thoughts on today's game?
Whew. I'm so proud of them, right? Like we haven't had to win hard much this year, and to find that in ourselves today against a really good Salisbury team. You know, as soon as I saw that they were in our little quadrant in our region, I knew that team, they show up in May, right? And that's a really good program that's won a lot of championships and played in a lot of Final Fours. So I knew they would give it everything they have. I have nothing but respect for them. They're actually the ones that gave us our bell. So a lot of respect for that program. But I am so proud of our team, of these three and the rest of the team. And, you know, at the end of the day, scoring one more goal is the game plan. So really, really proud of the effort out there today.
Well, I asked this to Salisbury. When you look down the stat sheet of today's game, it's really incredibly close, and most of the statistics we have there. What do you think led to it being such a close game out there today? And any of you guys can answer this one.
Do one of you want to take it? I'm happy to. You got it. Okay. You know, I think both teams, they came to play. They came to battle. I didn't think we did a great job executing on offense. And in the same breath, I thought their goalie really stood on her head and played fantastic. I was surprised 8 saves. I would have thought she had double that. So I think that, you know, we were winning a lot of draws. I think that's probably the only stat that was a little lopsided, and thank goodness we're winning a lot of draws. And you get to talk to Elsa at the end about that, who did a fantastic job coming in and in a position that she doesn't take typically as many draws in, and getting that done and making sure that was an area that we continued to maintain possession. But I think it's just two teams that are used to being there at the end of the season for, you know, for us the last 5-6 years, and for them a lot longer than that, and just battling to try to get to the last weekend.
Well, you touched on it there. Elsa, the draws were really great today, really huge part of getting the win out for Tufts. What were you seeing out there? And you mentioned it a bit, Coach, this is not a usual position for you?
Yeah, I mean, thankfully I haven't been taking as many draws. Jenna's amazing and just crushes it every game. And I feel like, you know, it wasn't anything new. We practiced draws 2-3 times a week. We really put in the extra time. So just going out there and trying to make my team proud was kind of the main mindset for me.
And then defensively, just an incredible game for the Jumbos today. That Salisbury attack is really dynamic from what I saw, lots of cuts. How did you guys adjust to that Salisbury attack today?
They're a great team to play against. Last we played against them was, I think, my sophomore year. And they're always great. They have such a dynamic offense and they're so quick. I think we knew going in that they were great cutters, and so really locking into that, I think a lot of their first goals were on cutter D, and once we realized that, it's like, let's dial into this fundamental that we know we can do and lock it down a little more, and that means getting more hands-on feeders, and I think we adjusted to that pretty well and ended up getting the ball on the ground a fair amount.
Pascal, you guys have had a team that's put up a ton of offensive goals this year, but today you had to step up. What was your thought process when you realized that this was going to be a little bit less of a high-scoring game?
I think I feel really lucky to have such a great defense in front of me and an amazing attack that helps prepare all of us so well. And I think just got to play gritty, just control the controllables, like one moment at a time. That was just my mindset today. And I feel really lucky to play with these two. And I thought I'm just proud of what we did today, and that we get more time together. So, yeah.
And then one more for you, Coach. Last year, the Elite Eight game against Franklin and Marshall down the stretch, couldn't hold on to the lead. How much did that serve as an experience that you guys could rely on to get the job done today?
Yeah, you know, I didn't reflect on that during the game. But I think that it's something that has probably been a chip on our shoulder all year, right? Like the last 2 years, this was the round we went out in, and I think both those years we felt like we were good enough to play in the last weekend, and our opponent played better than us those days. So I think that we've had this round as something that was really a goal to get past, to get to that championship weekend, have the opportunity to play another game together, and then hopefully take care of that and play the last one of the season. So could not be more proud of this team. and their effort today and figuring out a way to win hard.
One more question for you guys. Salisbury scores with, I think it was like 12 and a decimal seconds left. Just run me through some of the emotions there in that final moment.
I think on the defensive end, it's tough in that moment because you feel the end of the game slipping away from you, but it's also having the confidence of that didn't go our way. We had great cutter D, ball ended up on the ground, girl was in the right place at the right time, and that's a terrible feeling that the score gets closer and closer, but also saying we know that our draw team can get this draw and we're okay. So finding confidence in that and knowing that we trust every person on this field, and even if something doesn't go our way, we know that other people will take care of it.
Awesome, that's all I've got for you guys.
Thank you
Anything else
so
from the
much.
media? Awesome.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
So much, thank you.